as a United fan, it's been a tough season. We've struggled this year. So I thought I'd make a little list just to rank Ten Hag signings so far. The transfer window just opened. It's Jan the 4th, I think, or Jan the 5th now. Let's have a look at Ten Hag signings so far. Now we've got 5 tiers. We've got the A, B, C, D, and the get rid tier. Because there's certain players that shouldn't be here. There's certain players that I thought would be good but aren't good. And there's other certain players who I don't think Ten Hag actually wanted, but they were like substitutions because they couldn't get the A target, if that makes sense. Now, the first signing Ten Hag actually made was Malacia. He's been alright. He's been basically injured all season. Last season, sometimes he looked alright. Sometimes he looked like he was a bit off the pace. I think D tier would be very harsh for him, so I'm going to slap him into a C tier. Now, I don't know what him and Rashford got up to in the summer, but this guy's been injured for a while. And no one knows why. But I'll leave it up for your imagination. Anyway, our next signing was Eriksen. I like Eriksen a lot. When he was at Tottenham, I really wanted him at United. Obviously, he had his issue a couple of years ago now. He's come back, he went to Brentford. He was good at Brentford. He's come to United. I think he's been good. There's sometimes when I watch him, I just think he's so behind the pace and his legs are completely gone. But other times I watch him, and I'm like, he's come on, he's played well. I don't think he's a 90-minute player. I think he's bring him up for 30 minutes, playing for 60 minutes before he starts gassing out and his legs start to go. Now, he came on a free, so for me to give him a C tier seems slightly harsh, but I don't think it's been a B tier either. So I'm going to give him a high C. But I'm tempted to put him in a B tier just because he came on a free and it's not costed the team a whole boat of money, in my opinion. But again, he's had some good games. I expected a bit more assists from him because of how creative he is, but he plays deeper than he was before at United. So it is what it is. He's been injured this season. He's just come back, and I think he's been alright since he's come back, really. Yeah. Next person that we have is Martinez. Martinez, for me, yeah. What a guy. What a guy. This season, I didn't forget. Everyone was cooking him at the start of the season, talking about, oh, he's playing terrible, he looks rubbish, he was injured. He never recovered from his injury. And now he got re-injured trying to fight for the club. So, he should be back in January this month at some point. I know he's back in training again, so I'm so happy to see him back. For me, he's been our best signing on Erik Ten Hag. When he first came in, everyone kept calling him short. People feel it wouldn't work. Jamie Carragher, I'm talking to you. And he's coming and he's shown everyone that, yeah, he's a bit smaller, but it's his technical prowess. Him and Varane worked perfect together, and Varane hasn't really played so much, but I'm hoping now that Martinez is back, hopefully that we can get a partnership going again, because it's been a mess at the back line. It's just a constant shift, whether it's Dalla left back, Dalla right back, or Shaw a left back, or he's injured again, or Shaw centre back, or Evans come. It's just been a mess. But yeah, Martinez for me has been our best signing so far. For 57 million euros, I think that's an absolute steal for us so far. It's been great. The next signing we made was Casemiro. Now, Casemiro's gone for me straight into B tier. I don't care what people say that this season he hasn't played well. Let's not forget last season what he done for us. He came in last season. He was the best thing since sliced bread when he signed. Yeah? Before we dealt with McFred, we dealt with Matic, who was 60 years old. We dealt with Morgan Schneiderlin, who walked like he was 80. Morgan Schneiderlin, who just didn't work out so well, sorry. I thought Schneiderlin was going to be great for us. I loved him at Southampton, but he just didn't work out for us. So Casemiro comes in. He's like our first defensive midfielder in years who looks good. And this season, yes, he hasn't played overly well. And yes, he came in for an extremely high fee, so I may be tempted to put him here. But off the back of last season, I can't give him a C tier. I just think he plays so well for us. And I'm hoping that he's back from injury soon, that we can kind of get the team back together and hopefully he can perform well again. Again, 70 million euros was a lot of money. I'm not going to deny that. I know we wanted De Jong, and I feel like John Murtaugh said we can't get De Jong. Let's go and get Casemiro. And that was his resolution for it. Madrid saw that 70 mil euro come through the fax machine, and they went, yeah, man, we're going to get him. There's no way we're going to deny that. They're paying him a lot of money as well, but Beta, name everything that's too light. I like him a lot. I think he's been great for us. Now, next signing we made was this fidget spinner here. Get rid. He's so bad. Anthony, off the ball, he works so hard. But other than that, I think he stinks. Like, I kept telling my friends, like, he'll come good. I hope he comes good. Every now and then he has a decent game. Like, he'll come off the bench, he'll look alright. He'll play against Barcelona last season, get the goal, look alright. But this season, he is awful, man. He doesn't cross the ball. He can't really beat a man. He's not that quick. He does skills off the pitch. He slows down gameplay. He stinks. There's a video recently of him and Amad Diallo beating the defender and just having to. It's like a training drill. Amad Diallo beats the defender, hits the ball into the net, moves on. This guy, Anthony, beats the defender, comes back, does a skill, does a little twisty with his leg, beats the player again, comes back. Nah, man. He stinks. I sold my stocks. I sold all my stocks. I said I can't do it no more. I tried to buy on a dip. It dipped even more. I sold it. That's it. No more. I can't do it no more. Get rid. I'm sorry. Like, God. And you got a case that happened and you come back. And yeah, get rid, dude. Then we had Martin the Bravcar. Didn't do much. I think he played a couple games for us before Newcastle recalled him from his loan. Not much to say about him. He was alright for us. Yeah, not much to say about him. Didn't do much. We had Jack Butland. He didn't play a game. He went back, I think, to Crystal Palace, if I'm not mistaken. And I think now he's at Rangers. I think he's getting regular game time over there. Not much to say about him. So I can't say get rid because these two already got rid. But yeah, not much to say about those two. Without Verkos, I liked him a lot. I liked the player a lot. I liked his, not the player, but I liked his attitude towards football. You could tell, similar like Audio Nagalo, he was so happy to be at United. He was happy to be here. But like I've seen before, he couldn't score goals to save his life, dude. He worked so hard off the ball. We tried him at a striker, couldn't get. I think he had like one goal for us. He did, yeah. One goal. I almost celebrated like a Champions League final. There was one game where I feel like every player was trying to get the ball to him to score. He still couldn't do it, dude. Couldn't do it. I'm sure everyone liked him, man. He seemed like a very likable player, but that's D tier. He wasn't United quality. Had to go, mate. He had to go. Sabitzer, another one. I don't think he was awful. I'll give him a C tier. He wasn't United quality. He didn't come and set the world alight. When he left, it was more like good riddance, you know what I mean? He had that game, scored 2 goals. I want to say it was in the Europa League, Champions League, maybe. I forgot. It might be Europa League. He scored 2 goals. I forgot. Yeah. He was alright. He was alright, but he wasn't bad. He wasn't great. He was just alright. The next signing we have is Mason Mount. Another one where I gotta put him in C tier because he's come in. He's not been bad. He's just been injured more or less since he's come in. He's played a few games for us, not many. I'm not sure what the injury is. I'm hoping he's back pretty much soon. I know he has some injury record at Chelsea, but it's hard for me to really say much about him. You know, when he come in, the balance in the midfield didn't really work. So he looked bad in it. Yeah, C tier for him. Not much to say. Again, be injured. He came in for a hefty fee though. 64 million euros was really high, or that's about 60 million pounds, was super high. 1 year left in his contract. In hindsight, looking back, the way he's been injured this season, we could have easily gone for free next year, just based on how injured he's been so far. And it's not like we need him in the team. I don't look at him. And so far this year, I've not looked at our team and thought, man, I wish Mason Mount was here. I half forget he's even in the team. That's how injured he's been. He got number 7 shirt. It is what it is. After that, we've got Johnny Evans. Now, shoot me. I don't care. Anyone says he's a C tier for me. He's coming. He's probably played a lot more than he's expected to play. He's coming from the Ferguson days, man. He's got the standards. I think he's been all right for us. He's been decent for us, man. He's not been terrible. Obviously, he's older. He's a bit slower, but some players, they're bigger than just what they do on the field. It's about what they do off the field as well. He's probably a big personality behind the scenes. He sets a certain standard, man. Give him a 1 year extension, in my opinion. He needs some of the older players sometimes in the locker room, man. Sometimes to show the younger people what it's like to be a United player. What it's like to be at a team like this who take it for granted a little bit, you know? Onana, holy. We're out of the Champions League because of him. He's going to D tier. Now, he stank. in preseason, and people, I don't know, people didn't watch preseason. He stank in preseason, but to me, I just thought it was preseason. Let him land. Let him land. He's coming to the league. He stank it up. I forgot what game it was where he was off his line and the player chipped him from the midway point. I said, shit. Yeah, I love his attitude though. I love his attitude. He talks a good game, but he's got to play a good game too, because right now I'm looking at him and he's teetering on this tier here. But I'll give him time. It's only his first year, so I'll give him time. Keepers always struggle. People forget when Van der Sar came and he struggled. When De Gea came and he struggled. But one more people, you remember when De Gea was first coming in, we were playing the other goalkeeper. His name was Lindegaard, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. He was playing games because De Gea was thinking it up. So I'm hoping Onana comes good at some point, because right now it's looking real stinky right now. Yeah, and he's playing every single game, so hopefully that just playing every game makes him get used to everything. I know at United is a different kind of pressure, but he just gotta push it. Rasmus Højlund, I'm a big fan of him. He's 20 years old. He's come in. He's done good in Champions League, getting 5 goals. He just got his first goal in the league. They were calling 007. He didn't score for a long time, but listen, man, when you got this fidget spinner on the right, when you got Rashford on the left, who don't create. When you got Garnacho, who's not overly creative. When you got Pellistri, who doesn't really play. Then you got Bruno, who's just at this point struggling to find Rasmus at this point. He doesn't get service, and Rasmus Højlund. He doesn't get service. So I'm hoping over time they will get better at kind of knowing his patterns, and he gets better at positioning as well, because his positioning is not overly great in my opinion so far. I'm when Van Persie first came, as Ferguson told everyone, get the ball to Van Persie, read him, understand what he does, and get the ball to him. And hopefully Rasmus that comes in soon, where players start to understand how he is. He came for a hefty fee of 73 mil, but again, he's 20, and I think there's such a good player in there. I think it will come good. I can't pronounce the Turkish goalkeeper's name. He's not played one game. I heard he's alright, but Erik don't want to play him. The AFCON is starting. We got Tottenham the day before it starts. Onana's going to be there. He's going to be at the Tottenham game, which is interesting, because it just kind of shows that Ten Hag has no trust in this keeper, which is interesting. That he was only for 5 million, but I don't know. Give the guy a run out. Give the guy a try. Like, damn. I guess we'll see him after when AFCON starts and see what he really is. Amrabat, 9 million loan fee was expensive. Send him back. I feel bad for him, because he's come in. I know other teams wanted him. He could have went to Saudi Arabia, made some big money there, but he wanted United. He essentially was twerking for United. He said, please, pick me. Come and get me. Send him back. He's not terrible. He's just not. We don't need him. We don't need him. In some ways, I'd love to see a combination between Amrabat and Mainu more. Amrabat and maybe Casemiro a bit more. Just so we can get a bit more stability in that midfield. I just want to see that combination a bit more, just to see how it works out. But as of now, send him back. Send him back. Reguilon, he's already gone back to Tottenham now. He was alright. Didn't say what I like. I like that when you got down the line, he tried to actually cross it. Rashford don't do that. So it was, but yeah, not much to say about Reguilon. He was alright. I liked him as well. I liked his personality, but yeah, I know we could have got him a few years ago before he went to Tottenham, but I think the fee was too high and Tottenham ended up buying him. So it is what it is. Let me know what you think about this list. It does show that we've had more duds and average signings so far than good signings, but there's still time for certain players like Mount and Rasmus and Onana and maybe Amrabat. There's still a bit more time there with him, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Let me know what you think this list is fair. I think it's pretty fair. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know what you think.